The Two Paths of Legacy. In the grand city of Eldoria, two leaders once held power, Elias Mercer and Thomas Caldwell. Both men rose to prominence with great ambitions, but their choices shaped their legacies in very different ways. The one who ignored, Elias Mercer was a wealthy businessman before entering politics. When he became mayor, people hoped he would use his influence to uplift the struggling neighborhoods. But Elias saw leadership as a means to secure his fortune. He dismissed requests for better schools, ignored the homeless crisis, and turned a blind eye to corruption. "Not my problem," he often muttered, focusing only on projects that benefited the elite. Years passed, and Elias retired to a lavish estate. But wealth couldn't shield him from regret. Every evening, he read about the city's decline. The very problems he ignored had grown worse. His old friends had abandoned him, and the people he once led cursed his name. One night, an old woman knocked on his door. "You don't remember me, do you?" she asked. "I begged for help when my son was sick. And you dismissed me. He died because the hospital was underfunded." Elias had no words. His power had long faded. But the weight of his choices haunted him. The one who gave, Thomas Caldwell, on the other hand, had been a modest teacher before stepping into office. Unlike Elias, he saw leadership as a duty. He fought for better schools, funded health care, and personally visited struggling families. "It's not about power but service," he often said. His reforms didn't make him rich, and he faced opposition, but he persevered. Decades later, as an old man, Thomas walked through the streets of Eldoria, now thriving with businesses, schools, and parks he had helped build. Strangers stopped him to shake his hand. "Because of you, I got an education," a young doctor said. "My family had a home thanks to your housing program," another woman added. Thomas smiled, his heart full. He had no great wealth, but he was rich in gratitude. Two leaders, two legacies. Elias died alone, his mansion empty. Thomas passed away, surrounded by people who loved him. In the end, one man had power but no peace, while the other had given everything yet gained the greatest reward: immortality in the hearts of his people.